Ethan had spent 2 weeks saving up for the perfect gift. He'd imagined her face lighting up, her lips curling into that smile he fell for, the one that made him forget how hard life was sometimes. When Mia tore open the wrapping paper, her eyes did light up, but only for a second. "Oh," she said flatly. "A handbag?" "Yeah," Ethan said, smiling nervously. "It's from the new spring collection. You've been talking about needing a new one, so I thought, hmm." She turned the bag over, squinting at the logo. "Wait, this isn't Prada." "Ethan, it's Aldo. You seriously bought me an Aldo bag?" He swallowed, his cheeks warming. "I know it's not designer, but things are tight right now. Once the business gets going, I swear." She cut him off with a dry laugh. "That app idea of yours again?" "Ethan, you've been talking about it for a year. It's not happening. You need a real job, not this dream." She tossed the bag on the couch like it offended her. "Anyway, I'm starving. Let's go eat." "Sure," he said quietly. "Where to?" "I'm craving sushi. That new place downtown. Actually, I was thinking maybe we could do something simple tonight. Diner food, maybe?" She turned, jaw-dropping. "A diner? Are you serious? You're going to take me, wearing this dress, to a diner?" She grabbed her coat, shaking her head. "You really don't get it, Ethan." Outside, his old Honda wheezed to life after a reluctant sputter. Mia crossed her arms, glaring at the cracked dashboard. "You really need to get rid of this junk. How do you expect people to take you seriously when you drive this?" He forced a smile. "Just give me time." "Please, Mia. I know it's hard right now, but I'm building something. You'll see." Sure, she muttered. "You've been saying that for years." 2 weeks later, Ethan had planned something special. A dinner at their favorite Italian place. Soft music, candlelight. He'd spent all day rehearsing what he wanted to say. As Mia sat down, she barely glanced at him, too busy scrolling through her phone. "Mia," he said softly, reaching for her hand. "We've been together for almost a year now. You've been my world through everything. I can't imagine life without you." She looked up, slightly smiling. "You're sweet." He took a deep breath and pulled out the small velvet box. "Will you marry me?" Her smile froze. Then she frowned. "What is that?" "That's the ring." "It's... yeah. I know it's not much right now, but I wanted to start with something—" "Ethan, that doesn't even look like 1 carat." She laughed, not kindly. "Oh my God, you're serious." "You actually think I'm going to marry you with that?" His throat tightened. "Mia, please. I promise you, once my app takes off, I'll buy you the biggest diamond in the store. Just have some faith in me." She leaned back, crossing her arms. "You still don't get it. Your app isn't going to take off. You're not some genius entrepreneur. You're just stuck." "Mia, no, I can't do this anymore." She stood up, grabbing her purse. "I need someone who can provide, who actually has ambition that works." He blinked, stunned. "Is there someone else?" She hesitated, just for a second. Then she smiled. "His name's Adrian. He knows what he wants. He doesn't live in a fantasy." And with that, she walked out. The next few months were a blur for Ethan. Days and nights bled together as he buried himself in work. Failure became fuel. Heartbreak became hunger. The app he'd built in a tiny apartment began to attract attention. First small clients, then investors. By the end of the year, the dream Mia once mocked became his reality. Meanwhile, Mia was living hers, or so she thought. Adrian was charming, wealthy, and generous, until he wasn't. The flowers stopped coming, the dinners became fewer, and one night she caught him with someone else, someone younger, flashier. Suddenly, the penthouse didn't feel like a dream anymore. A year later, fate, always dramatic, arranged a reunion. Ethan was stepping out of a sleek black Audi when he heard a familiar voice behind him. "Ethan?" He turned. There she was, Mia, in a designer coat, but her eyes duller somehow. "Mia," he said, surprised but calm. "Wow, it's been a while." She smiled awkwardly. "You look incredible. Is this your car?" "Yeah," he said, glancing at it casually. "Picked it up last month." Her gaze lingered on his watch, his tailored jacket. "Looks like your business finally took off." "It did," he said simply. She stepped closer. "You know, I've been thinking about you. About us. Have you?" "Yeah. I made mistakes. I shouldn't have given up on you. Maybe we could—" A voice called out from across the street. "Ethan! Hey, you forgot your coffee." A woman jogged over, bright eyes, messy bun, holding 2 cups. "Thanks, love," Ethan said, smiling at her. "Mia, this is Claire." "My fiancé." Mia blinked. "Fiancé?" Claire smiled warmly. "Hi! I've heard so much about you." "Oh," Mia stammered. "Nice to meet you." Claire turned to Ethan. "You ready to go?" "We're going to be late for the flight." He nodded, then looked back at Mia. "It was good seeing you, Mia." She swallowed hard. "Yeah, you too." Before he left, she blurted, "Ethan, wait." "What does she have that I don't?" He paused, meeting her eyes with quiet strength. "She believed in me." Her lips parted, but no words came. He smiled gently. "When you laughed at my dream, she stayed up late helping me test it. When you wanted designer bags, she brought me coffee and asked how my code was running. And when you left me for not being enough, she reminded me that I already was." Mia stood there, frozen, as they walked away together, laughter echoing down the street. For the first time, she realized the cruel irony. She had wanted the world, but he had built one without her. Well, never measure love by the price of what it gives you. Sometimes the richest hearts grow in the poorest rooms, and faith, not luxury, is what builds forever.